Okay, let's talk about it. Pressure bursts pipes, and pressure creates diamonds. As I was sitting here, and the reason why the camera's not on my face, because I was actually kind of going to sleep, but I kept getting this download. And so I'm very tired, and yeah, my bonnet and everything is on. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Pressure bursts pipes. Pressure creates diamonds. So what I want to say is this, is that when you look at the pressure and the force that it takes for a pipe to be burst wide open, once that pipe is bursted wide open, there is no going back. There is no trying to repair that pipe. There is no being able to use that same material to put that same old pipe back together. Why? Because it is now bursted wide open. You cannot use or do anything with this pipe anymore because now it is burst wide open. And understand this, that we a lot of times are like the pipes that got burst wide open. Life, circumstances, pressure, things of this world, family dynamics, job dynamics, relationship dynamics, romantically, friendships, anything in life is a form of pressure for us as human beings. And a lot of times we are like the pipe that has bursted wide open. But when we burst wide open, it's from the pressures of life, the pressures of circumstances, the pressures of relationships, the pressure of being on autopilot and trying to do the same thing over and over, but yet you can feel within yourself that it's time for you to grow and come to a place of expansion. It's time for you to search out for something more deeper that's meaning for you, fulfillment. And so a lot of the times we are like the pipes that burst wide open. And life and pressure and dynamics and things that take place will burst us wide open internally. And you got to realize this, that it is not by accident that even when you look at the pipes that get burst wide open, that pipe had to get bursted wide open in order for it to come to a place of not being fixable with the same old pieces, if that makes sense. Because when a pipe is burst from the pressure, you cannot take the same old pieces and put that pipe together anymore. Every piece you get has to be a new piece to create a whole new pipe. Because now we are just like the pipe. When life and circumstances and things and life is just lifing and things burst us wide open, we are no longer able to use the same old mindset, the same old material, the same old perspective, the same old way of how we used to do things. We are no longer able to use those things in order to put us back together again. It's almost like when you look at when the pipes have burst wide open, you literally have to invest in new pieces. You literally have to go buy new pieces for that pipe to be put on the correct way, because that is the only way you're going to have it secure and tight to where now you are not living off, the pipe is not based off the old pieces, but the new pieces that it has now. And I'm not reading off of nothing. I'm just kind of flowing. So flow with me for a second. And a lot of times we are like the pipes. We a lot of times will try to take old mindsets, old patterns, old ways of how we would deal with dynamics and relationships with people. And a lot of the times we will be on autopilot, where we will be responding the same way, reacting the same way, perspective the same way. And that is because that is a form of being on autopilot. Because a lot of the times when you are on autopilot, you will continue to operate out of the same mindset that was already burst wide open for a purpose. Because when your old mindset is already burst wide open and the pipes is now broken wide open, it's like it will push you to the edge to make you understand that you can no longer go back to the same old perspective, the same old patterns, the same old relationships, the same old dynamics of how you used to do things. And now you have to operate from a place of newness. You have to operate from a place that's unfamiliar. You have to operate from a place that's not on autopilot. Because when you think of autopilot is just a way of how you respond in the perspective, and it never changes. Autopilot is like something that never changes. It just remains the same. It remains at the same level, the same place, the same perspective, the same mindset. Nothing changes. It's just on autopilot. And a lot of the times when the pipes within us burst wide open from life and cares and situations and circumstances, and you try to take that autopilot mindset that you have and try to recreate the pipes that have bursted within you with this same old autopilot mindset, it does not work anymore. Because when those pipes within you got bursted wide open from life, from circumstances and things, it is because it was intentionally meant to burst what was in you so that you can make the decision to say, I no longer can stay on autopilot. I no longer can look at things in life in the same perspective of how I used to, but it has to be different. It has to be something new. It has to go deeper. It has to be a different outlet, a different purpose for you. So a lot of the times when we are like the pipes and we get bursted wide open, the first thing we will do is try to run to those old pieces to put us back together. But here is the thing, that's just like when you look at a piece of clothing, right? And somebody's trying to sew a shirt together, hypothetically. And you're taking an old piece of clothing and a new piece of material. So you're trying to take an old piece of material and a new piece of material and put it together to create something. And that is not how it works. When the pipes within us burst, it is because God is saying, I am ready for you to come off of autopilot. I'm ready for you to do something different. I'm ready for you to go deeper. I'm ready for you to change this perspective you have. I'm ready for you to get a new mindset. I'm ready for you to see something different, to go deeper. I'm ready for you to really understand yourself on a whole new level. I'm ready for you to search your purpose, your soul. I am trying to bring you into a new place so you can understand that when the pressures of life begin to burst you wide open, it is only because I'm bringing you out of your comfort zone to get off autopilot so you can see something and go deeper within yourself internally, because that is the only way you're going to progress. You will never progress with staying on autopilot. But then God is trying to show us that if I had to allow the pipes within you to burst wide open, it's because I'm trying to bring you into something new, something different, a whole new life, a whole new way of living, a whole new mindset. And that is why a lot of the times the pipes within us will burst wide open, because God is just trying to get us off autopilot into a whole new life, a whole new world, a whole new perspective of understanding from His way, not the autopilot that we have been programmed to believe that this is how we should live day to day. And a lot of the times the reason why we live on autopilot is because we have literally become stagnated with this space of not wanting to expand, not wanting to have expansion, but just shrink yourself. It's like when you stay on autopilot, what a lot of people don't know, when you stay on autopilot, you literally will shrink yourself to where you won't even allow yourself to come into a place of expansion or growth because you're staying in this small place of shrinking yourself and watering yourself down because you don't know any other mindset but the autopilot mindset. And a lot of the times it's painful, it hurts because the pressures of life will burst our pipes wide open and we will ask God, why did this happen? And God will say, because I'm trying to bring you into a new place of expansion. But if you're not willing to go, then what you're going to do is try to take all these old pieces of how the pipe got burst the first time and put these old pieces back together, when I'm trying to tell you I don't want you to take the old pieces and put them back together. I want you to create a whole new pipe within yourself. I want you to take all new pieces, and the new pieces is your mindset. The new pieces are your perspective. The new pieces is coming off of autopilot to go deeper within your soul internally to understand that it's so much more that I have put you on this earth for than just being on autopilot and living day to day. So God is saying the reason why the pipes within you have bursted is because I desire for you to understand who you fully are on a soul level. And when you can understand your soul, you will understand me, God. When you can understand your soul, you will understand your purpose here on this earth. It's like God is saying, I allowed your pipes to get burst wide open through life because I'm trying to bring you out of that old place into something new with me, but I just need you to just go with it. I need you to come off of autopilot so I can give you something different now. And this is what I mean when I say we will be the pipes that life will burst wide open. And when your pipe is burst wide open, understand that that is divine timing. I'm going to say it again. When your pipes are burst wide open within you from life, understand that's divine timing, trying to strategically place you somewhere new and trying to strategically put you in the right alignment so you can go further than you ever imagined in life, so that you can see yourself in a new version, in a new way, so that you can understand your soul purpose and what it is you desire to fulfill in this life, and not just be stuck in the same old mindset or stuck in the same old process of how you handle things. So when your pipes have bursted wide open from life, it's hard, it's difficult, but those old pieces will no longer fit for a new pipe that God is trying to create within you. And a lot of the times we will try to pick up these old pieces from the old pipe and put it and connect it with some new pieces that we got. And then it's like God is saying, that's not it. You're not doing it right. Because you're trying to take some old things from your past or some old relationship and old people and old situations, and you're trying to connect that old with the new stuff I'm giving you. And God is saying that doesn't work like that. I can't. No, you cannot put those old pieces of that old pipe onto the new pieces that I'm giving you, because all you're going to do is make this pipe burst quicker than ever now, because you are adding old pieces on to what's new, when really I'm trying to give you all new pieces and nothing old. So understand that we are like the pipes, and life will burst us wide open. But it's only because God wants us to get to a place within Him where He can show us, let me show you your real soul. See, the soul that you've been moving and operating and living in has been on autopilot. But it's like God is saying, if I allow the life of life to burst your pipes wide open, you will understand your soul in a way you never knew before. You will understand your purpose in a way you've never imagined before. And God is saying, if you allow yourself to not take the old pieces of the first pipe that got burst and try to mix it with the new pieces I'm giving you, you will see that it's going to be piece by piece that I put this new pipe together within you. But it has to be piece by piece. I can't give it to you all at once because I'm trying to build you in a whole new way as though you have never seen before. So understand this as well. Diamonds are created under pressure and intense heat. When you look at a diamond, at its finished product, that diamond is beautiful, that diamond is gorgeous, that diamond is just glowing. But nobody understands the process and the purging and the intense heat and the pressure that that diamond had to go through step by step to get to that place it's in. When that diamond is under intense pressure and intense heat, that means everything is burning off that diamond. That means the intense heat, the pressure is taking everything off that diamond that could create it to not be the diamond that it is. But it's like God is saying that's what we are. It's like we're put under intense pressure and intense heat, not because I want to destroy you, but because I want to create you into such a beautiful diamond that you will be able to shine in the most darkest rooms, that you will be able to outgrow the most old, outdated versions of yourself, that you will be able to shine brighter than you ever imagined that you can shine in the midst of a room full of people that don't know who I am. God is saying, I'm trying to get you to understand that yes, your pipes have bursted within you internally from life and circumstances and things. And yes, to become this diamond, you have to be put under intense pressure and intense heat to burn off everything that could stop you from becoming the diamond I'm trying to create you to be for your soul. But God said, if you just allow the intense heat to burn away, little by little, you will begin to see yourself shaping and molding into such a wonderful, beautiful soul where you will begin to see yourself in a way that you never imagined. You will outgrow places, things, and circumstances, and you will begin to understand why you had to go through the intense pressure and through the intense heat to become the diamond that you are now. Because had you not, you never would have found your soul. People are searching for their souls. And when I say people are searching for their souls, people a lot of the times are living in a life where it's just day in, day out, day in, day out. But they're still trying to figure out, where is my soul? What is the purpose of this? So when those intense pressures and intense heat hit that diamond, God is trying to bring that diamond to the soul. God is trying to bring you to a place of where your soul never has to question, where am I? Who am I? Why am I? God is literally taking a diamond and putting that diamond under intense pressure and heat. Because if I can put you under intense pressure and heat to burn away anything that will stop you from having your expansion, your growth, your life, your desires, anything that will stop you from living through your soul and not just your flesh, then I'm trying to get you to live through your soul purpose. So understand this, that pipes will burst from pressure, but diamonds are also created under intense heat and pressure. We are the pipes within us, and life will burst us wide open. But never despise it, because it's going to build us. It's going to carry us to where our souls desire and need to be and where we are now. And that is why a lot of the times you ever be in a work setting or anything, and you can just see how so many people are on autopilot. And this is the life that God is saying, I want you to be able to have expansion beyond the autopilot. I want you to be able to have expansion beyond the mundane things day in, day out. I want you to be able to live through your soul and not just through the physical. I want you to live beyond. I want you to live through your spirit. I want you to live through something that has a deeper meaning for you to feel fulfilled. So we are living in a space, in a time where you cannot afford to water yourself down, to lessen yourself, to shrink yourself, and to not be who you are, just to accommodate everything around you to be comfortable. We living in a time where you have to really accept that it's time for expansion. It's time for growth. It's time for your soul to fully live in the way that your soul desires to live. It's time to be able to come to a place of expansion where you don't have to question or feel doubtful or feel like you have to shrink yourself or feel like you have to go back to being on autopilot because no one else will understand you. God is saying, if I can bring you out of this old mindset, this old mundane place, this old way of living, this old mindset, this old autopilot, I can bring you to a place of expansion. I can show you where your spirit is at, how your spirit will live, how your spirit will come forth. I can show you how to rise above circumstances. I can show you how to go beyond what you ever thought you can go beyond. And I can show you how to expand who you are and come to that place of expansion within your own self internally. I can show you the souls of people and you can be able to touch their soul and bring them to a new place. I can show you things within yourself that will show you who you are divinely destined to be in this lifetime. So it's like God is saying, I'm bringing you to your divine purpose of alignment now. I'm bringing you to a divine purpose of how your spirit is ready to live. But it requires you not to shrink yourself anymore. It requires you to stop apologizing for your growth, your expansion. It requires for you to understand that everybody is not going to understand why you're changing. Everybody is not going to understand what's happening to you. Everybody is not going to understand why is it that you're able to detach and to move away from what no longer serves you, from what no longer is in alignment for your higher purpose, for what no longer is in alignment with your spirit. It's like God is showing you, I'm trying to show you that if you go this route, I will give you so much more, and you will see that, yeah, I know it's certain things that you're comfortable with and that you've held on to for so many years. But if you just be willing to let go of something out of one hand, I can give you something even greater in the other hand. If you're willing to release something out this hand, I can put something in the other hand. If you're willing to walk this way, I can give you a whole new path. If you're willing to release this out of your life, I can give you something greater for your life. If you're willing to let me give you and lead you in that direction, I can show you why the other direction wasn't meant for you. If you let me lead you and you follow me, it's like God is saying, I will show you how to come to that place of expansion. I will show you how to live through your spirit. If you follow me, and allow the pipes to just burst within you without trying to patch it all together. And let me make a strong pipeline within you. But in the midst of me making that strong pipeline within you, understand that it's going to be intense heat and pressure put under that. It's going to be intense heat and pressure put on this. But if you let me, I can bring you to such a beautiful place of expansion where when you look back, you'll realize that it was all worth it. Pressure bursts pipes, and pressure creates diamonds. Live your life. Live in expansion. Live in a place of growth. And always remember, your tribe is your vibe. What you surround yourself around is where you will be, the direction you will go. Show me your tribe and I'll show you your vibe. Show me what you surround yourself around and I'll show you who you become. Your tribe is your vibe. And when you surround yourself around people and things where there is no expansion, there is no growth, there is no spiritual elevation, there is no soul purpose, there is nothing but just autopilot, you will stay on autopilot as well. But when you surround yourself around people with expansion and growth in life, and their spirits are living authentically, freely, without no questions, then you begin to live authentically and freely without no questions. You begin to come to a place of expansion and growth. So learn to live your life in a way where you are living beyond the surface. Live your life from your soul and not just the surface. So that's all I have for you. It was a download that I was kind of getting tonight, and I decided, why not just speak it? Pressure bursts pipes, and pressure creates diamonds. You get to choose if you want to become that diamond. And you also get to choose if you want to live through your soul now and not just the surface level. But understand and remember this. This is a process. And piece by piece, little by little, we are becoming that diamond daily. So what I would say is, do not rush the process. Do not force the process. Do not be anxious for the process, but allow the process just to be the process. And don't look at it as, I have to get to this destination at a certain timing. No. When I say God, when I say the divine knows how to get us to the right timing in the right place, oh, it's true. Very true. And when it's meant in the right timing, everything will come in alignment for you. And you'll begin to see all these little pieces of the puzzle just start to connect. And you'll be able to look back and you'll understand why your pipes had to burst and why you had to become the diamond. So this was just a download I was getting tonight, and I just wanted to share it. All right. Good night. Love you.